Textile sector is key to realizing Atmanirbhar Bharat, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Country is moving towards one nation, one market, says Union Minister Prakash Javadekar. India achieves over 55 lakh recoveries of COVID-19. Union Health Minister says COVID-19 is a global challenge. No let-up in Northeast COVID situation. Army Chief and Foreign Secretary on a 2-day visit to Myanmar from today. NF Railway to operate 2 more special trains. Demo special train services in Tripura to resume from 5th October. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee. Now with the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the textile sector is a key sector that will help build an Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India. Addressing an international webinar on textile traditions organized by Indian Council for Cultural Relations (ICCR) on Monday, Modi said to assist our weavers on continuing to make world-class products, we want to learn global best practices and also our best practices. The Prime Minister said the exchange of ideas and sharing of best practices in this webinar will create new avenues for collaboration. Modi said the textile sector has always brought opportunities and domestically the sector is among the highest job providers in India.
We were one of the earliest to spin, weave and dye cotton. The diversity in our textiles shows the richness of our culture. Go to every state. Go to every village. Go among different communities. There will be something unique about their textile traditions. If Andhra Pradesh has the Kalamkari, Muga silk is Assam's pride, Kashmir is home to the Pashmina, Fulka Ridge.
Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar said in Panaji, Goa today that all the 3 agricultural reform bills passed by the central government will benefit the farmers. He added that the country is moving towards one nation, one market. This is a visionary step towards transformation of agriculture and raising farmers' income. He said for all the industrial produce, the selling price is fixed by the producer, but only in the case of agricultural produce, the selling price is fixed by the agents. Now, after passage of this act, the producer, that is the farmer, will have the priority to decide the selling price.
तो एमएसपी भी रही, एपीएमसी भी रहा, खरीद भी जारी रही। ये केवल भ्रम फैला रहे थे। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जो बड़ी देश के लिए सोच है, जीएसटी के रूप में एक देश एक टैक्स हो गया। इन कृषि सुधार के कानूनों से एक देश एक बाजार हो जाएगा और एक देश एक राशन कार्ड की भी घोषणा की है।
Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said that COVID-19 is a global challenge which requires global solutions. He urged everyone to strictly adhere to the precautions and guidelines as advised by the Health Ministry from time to time. In his weekly address, Sunday Samvad, Dr. Harshvardhan shared the country's way forward in tackling the coronavirus pandemic. Informing about availability of COVID vaccines in the country and the people who would be getting its initial shots, he said the government has formed high-level committees under the Health Ministry to understand the timeline of availability of the vaccines currently in phase 3 trials in the country.
Going into all aspects of the vaccine, including those that you have raised. Lists of citizen groups which will require vaccine administration on top priority are being drawn up by the Health Ministry in association with the state governments. Ministry is currently preparing a format in which states will submit lists of priority population groups to receive vaccine, especially health workers engaged in the management of COVID-19. We have placed a realistic target of end October to complete this humongous exercise. States are being closely guided to also submit details about cold chain facilities and other related infrastructure, which will be required down to the block level.
The country has achieved a new landmark in terms of total COVID-19 recoveries. With over 55 lakh recoveries so far, India continues to occupy top global position as the country with the maximum number of recoveries. The Health Ministry has said that the gap between recovered cases and active cases is progressively growing wide. India achieved a milestone by keeping the active cases below the 10 lakh mark in a sustained manner for over 10 days in a row. In the last 24 hours, 75,829 new cases have been reported, taking the total number of positive cases reported in the country so far to 65,49,374. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 9,37,625. The onslaught by the COVID-19 pandemic has hit the northeastern region, with reports on newly hit cases, active and recovered cases evoking mixed reactions. While Assam has discharged 1,50,766 patients, the dead account for 735. Tripura has 21,410 cured cases, the dead account for 293. In Arunachal Pradesh, the number of cured COVID patients has touched 7,388. Death toll is 18. In Manipur, the COVID patients discharged cases are 9,081. 71 persons have died. Meghalaya has 4,319 cured cases with the death tally at 54. In Sikkim, the COVID patients discharged cases increased to 2,448. The death toll is 43. Nagaland has cured 5,257 COVID patients and the state has 17 COVID deaths. Mizoram has cured 1,772 COVID patients and the state has no COVID death. In Assam, the positivity rate of COVID-19 has come down sharply in last 1 week. In terms of the existing COVID-19 impact on Assam, the active cases have been pegged at 33,933, even as cured cases have reached 1,50,773. On Saturday, 1,813 COVID patients were discharged from hospital. Assam Health and Family Welfare Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet said 1,632 new COVID positive cases were detected on Saturday. He added that the COVID-19 positivity rate in Assam is 4.85% on Saturday. The total number of coronavirus infected cases has touched 1,85,444. With death of 14 more COVID patients on Saturday, the COVID-19 death toll in the state increased to 735. The coronavirus in the world has infected 3,51,63,726 persons, while cured cases have been pegged at 2,61,54,128. The global COVID-19 death toll has increased to 10,38,325. United States continue to be at the top of the tally of number of coronavirus infected persons with 76,846. The coronavirus COVID-19 is affecting 214 countries and territories around the world and 2 international conveyances. The Civil Services exam for selection to Indian Administrative Service, Indian Foreign Service and Indian Police Service and other civil services has begun today. Selection to the civil services is done through a preliminary exam, a main exam and an interview, which are conducted by the Union Public Service Commission, the UPSC. Candidates who clear the UPSC Civil Services prelims will be shortlisted for the main exam, which is scheduled to be held in January 2021. A correspondent reports UPSC had earlier scheduled the exam on May 31st. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the exam was postponed. Chief of Army Staff General Manoj Narawane and Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla are on a 2-day visit to Myanmar, which begins from today. During the visit, the delegation will call on the State Councillor of Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi, and Commander-in-Chief of the Myanmar Armed Forces, Senior General Min Aung Hlaing. The visit will provide an opportunity to take stock of the existing bilateral ties and strengthen cooperation in areas of mutual interest. India-Myanmar relations are historic, multifaceted, and worked by mutual trust and respect. India attaches high priority to its relationship with Myanmar in accordance with its Neighbourhood First and Act East policies. 2 more special trains will be operated by North East Frontier Railway for the benefit of the people of North East region from this week. One daily special train will start running between Howrah-Guwahati-Howrah with effect from 5th October 2020. Another weekly special train will start running between Silchar-Trivandrum-Silchar from 8th October 2020. Introduction of these special trains will enable passengers from a vast part of Assam and North East to avail the facility of train travel to various parts of the country. In line with the vision of rural rejuvenation and agricultural development, the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Konrad K. Sangma, inaugurated the Custom Hiring Centre at Kaim Village in Mauflung, CNRT block to commemorate the 151st birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The Custom Hiring Centre is supported and funded under the Meghalaya Livelihood and Access to Market project under the aegis of Meghalaya Basin Development Agency. The centre is being promoted through the Kaim Integrated Village Cooperative Society, a village-based thrift and credit society.
Utilize in the field and reduce the manual hours so that they can increase productivity of their farm produce.
This is the technology intervention that I was talking about. It's not possible for every farmer to buy a power tiller or every farmer to buy the equipment. This hiring center will allow them to hire it at a very nominal cost, not having to spend the money, not having to maintain the product, but yet being able to use it when they need it. So these kind of technology interventions, this custom hiring center will help do that. And
the flood situation in Assam has been improving rapidly, with the number of affected people on Sunday coming down to 1,90,445 from yesterday's figure of above 2 lakhs. Still, 4 districts of Gwalpara, Morigaon and Nagaon remain affected by the floods, as stated in the latest flood bulletin. The morning flood bulletin said that the Brahmaputra is flowing above danger level at Dhubri. One of its tributary of Kopili is flowing over danger level at Dharamtul in Nagaon district. In Nagaon district, the floodwaters of Kopili river have created havoc as surging waters have inundated vast areas in the district. In Gwalpara and Morigaon district too, floodwaters have inundated vast agricultural lands. In tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic beat Daniel Lahikalin and reached the French Open 4th round. The Serb, bidding for his 18th Grand Slam title, beat the Colombian qualifier 6-0, 6-3, 6-2. Djokovic will face 15th seed Karen Khachanov of Russia for a place in the quarterfinals. It is the 11th consecutive year that Djokovic has reached the last 16. Aiming for a second French Open title, Djokovic barely looked troubled against the world number 153. And to end the news, the headlines once again. Textile sector is key to realizing Atmanirbhar Bharat, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Country is moving towards one nation, one market, says Union Minister Prakash Javadekar. India achieves over 55 lakh recoveries of COVID-19. Union Health Minister says COVID-19 is a global challenge. No let-up in Northeast COVID situation. Army Chief and Foreign Secretary on a 2-day visit to Myanmar from today. And NF Railway to operate 2 more special trains, demo special train services in Tripura to resume from 5th October. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.